Hey, what is up everyone? Danny and Alex. In this video, we're gonna do a Jiu-Jitsu starter pack. So basically showing you guys a few little things you should be practicing from home if you're just starting out. So check it out. All right, so there's so many techniques we could have covered for this type of tutorial, but I'm gonna try to cover 4 or 5 different things just to get you started on stuff you can practice at home if you have mats, all right? The first thing is at least how to break open and pass the guard, all right? So the easiest way if you're just starting out or if your child is starting out in Jiu-Jitsu is to learn how to break open the guard from the knees. Now, mind you, I personally prefer passing the guard from a stand-up position. I think it's more efficient, but that is only once you attain a higher level in Jiu-Jitsu. If you're just starting out, I do believe that it's more important to learn how to break open and pass the guard from a kneeling position, simply because it's more important at first to understand how to position yourself, and it makes it easier for your child or a beginner practitioner to understand their balance and how to distribute how they pass versus teaching them how to stand up when someone's trying to resist right from the get-go. All right, so I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite passes from the kneeling position with a slight modification to help you guys if you're just starting out. Okay, so if I am in Alex's closed guard position, the first thing I want to always remember is get a good posture. So right now I'm in a good posture, but if I was here, this is not a good posture for me. So one good reminder is always to place a 2x4. That 2x4 is going to be your arm. Okay, so what I like to teach is always grab collars and hold as such, right? So now I have 2x4s between Alex and I. All right, if Alex tries to sit up, it's difficult for him because I'm holding him down. So this is a great reminder to keep your posture. If your elbows are bent, you have zero posture. If your hands are on the mat, you have zero posture, okay? So what you want to be doing is this when you're first starting out, all right? So this reminds you to keep a good posture. Now, talking about how can I open the guard? I want to uncross his feet from behind me. So a simple way is going to simply look, posture a little bit higher, and look, bring your foot up behind you. Imagine you're going to bring it around 7 o'clock. Now use the top hand and push here. See how you open this guard now. Super important, what you're going to do now is bring this hand under the leg. So bring it underneath the leg, but at the same time you do this, bring this elbow right near his lap. All right, so I don't want to be caught in the triangle choke, which you'll learn later on in Jiu-Jitsu. So I want to make sure that I bring this elbow nice and tight against my own body as I transfer this leg up onto my lap. Now, as I reach the collar, I'm just going to switch, bring him super snug together. Look, I'm stacking his legs, and I'll just walk around him. Mold myself into the side control position, catch his neck, bring my legs up, and bring my hands together. That is what we refer to as the stack pass, one basic version of a stack pass from the kneeling position. So once more, very quickly, grab a hold of his gi. Those are called lapels. Hold the lapels together. Nice position from here. Knee up, step behind on an angle. Use this hand, the top hand removes itself from his lapel, push his knee down. Now he's uncrossed his legs. Bring your elbow, tuck it in together. Now keep holding the gi, bring this onto your shoulder, and now grab his gi. Start to drive forward, and from here, just hold yourself around the leg, walk slowly, like the needle on a clock. Mold here, and then you have the side control position. From here, you want to adjust yourself by bringing your knees tight against his body and holding palm to palm. In Jiu-Jitsu, we have takedown techniques, especially in our academy. I like to stress a lot of wrestling techniques in my Jiu-Jitsu curriculum. So, when we first start out, I'm totally aware that a lot of people will have difficulty bringing single legs and double legs from a standing position. So one way I like to teach people is start their takedowns from the kneeling position. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Alex is going to be on both knees, and all I'm going to do is dive around his leg and go palm to palm. Palm to palm is a terminology we use in Jiu-Jitsu where you clasp both hands together without interlocking your fingers. Always monkey grip, putting thumb on top of thumb as such, right? That's the palm to palm position. So I'm going to go here and catch the leg palm to palm. Now from this position, watch. What I'm going to do is bring his quadricep, his leg, tight against my body. I want his leg to be glued to my chest. By doing so, that's going to bring his foot available to my hand underneath. Watch, when I bring his leg in, boom, that brings his foot in. Now, if he tried to remove his leg or escape this, he has to drag my body. As opposed to, if he was further out, now if he tried to drag his leg back, that's arm strength. He's going to escape. So once I pull everything in here, now he's glued to my body. That leg belongs to you. So what you're going to do is post the inside leg, meaning this leg right here. The inside leg is going to post up, and look, the bottom hand is going to grab his leg, and all you're going to do is drag his foot counterclockwise by pushing with your ear onto his chest. And now you can have, once again, the side control position. So here we go. We catch the leg, palm to palm, drag the knee tight against your chest. Don't forget, try to post your leg out. This will give you a good balance and help you drive your partner onto his back. Grab the inside foot, drag it across, and push with your head. See? Drag him to the mat. And now from here, connect your chest to his chest, bring your knees together, and now connect what we call the side control. All right, the next technique we're going to cover is the double leg takedown, but from the kneeling position. So here, Alex is going to demonstrate going for the double leg. So from here, he shoots, keeps the head against the hip. Now, because he's on a kneeling position, not standing position, what he wants to do is bring that knee tight in between my legs and post, just like we did with the previous technique, to stabilize that position. Always post the leg where you are looking, right? Because you want everything driving from this direction to the opposite direction. So now you're going to drive with this leg, the posted leg. Pull your hands in that same direction and also use your head to unbalance. So watch, as he cuts the corner, he brings me to the mat and gains side control. So once again, Alex shoots in from the kneeling position. That's the double leg catch. Always use the monkey grip. Now bring one knee in and one foot posted. Now always drive sideways and cut the corner. Boom. From here, stabilize the position by holding the neck and the armpit. All right, so from the mount position, as the bottom person, you want to be able to learn a basic escape. And the first one I like to teach is always the trap and roll. So if Alex's hands are posted on the mat, what I'm going to do is use the arm always on the same side I want to roll him. So if I want to bring him in this direction, that's the arm going to catch. So watch, I'm going to bring this arm across and chop the elbow down so his arm is snug against my chest. Right, so palm to palm, just like on a single leg position. Now you have a single arm position where he can't post that arm to the mat. On the same side, you're going to use your foot and just wrap it around his foot so it doesn't have a balancing point where he's going to step on the outside with that leg. So we're going to isolate that foot, and now there's only one thing left to do. If I simply try to roll him to the side, he's going to use the opposite arm and trick me and post it to the ground. So what I need to do is use the opposite leg and drive him up first. So as I drive here, he's forced to place that hand on the mat, or else he's going to smash his face onto the ground. So watch this. One, boom. And then as this hand is busy, that is when I start to roll him over with the trap and roll. And now from here, either go back to your grips or simply hold the biceps if it's a self-defense situation. So once again, trap the arm, isolate this against your body, palm to palm, as well as the foot on the same side. Make sure you bridge first. Keep that opposite arm busy. See, when I bring this up, he has to post to the mat. One, and then I drive my hips around, and from here I can hold his biceps or get a better control by getting my collar grips and positioning myself so I can get ready to pass the guard. All right, the last position we're going to cover for this video is recovering the guard. This is a very important position or technique you should have if you're starting out as a white belt. So a lot of times when you're starting out in Jiu-Jitsu, if you're sparring, somebody's going to be passing your guard. All right, that happens to everybody. It happens to the best of us. Somebody will pass your legs, and then you end up on the bottom of side control. The first thing you have to do is always try to remember to recover your guard position. All right, it's not a complicated thing to do if it's done correctly. All right, so Alex is going to demonstrate how he's going to be recovering the guard. So once I have the side control position, I'll keep a little space here as you guys can see Alex's movement from that angle of the camera. All right, so from here, in reality, I'm putting a lot of pressure with my chest, but I'll keep it here so you guys can see his movement, because I want you to learn how to move your hips away from the person. So Alex needs to move away from me and not into me. All right, so from this position, he's gonna bridge first. So number one is always to try to protect yourself from submissions. That means your neck, your arms, and later on in Jiu-Jitsu is gonna be your legs as well. But in the beginning stages, there's gonna be arm locks, there's gonna be chokes. So he wants to have his hands up. That way there, his hands are protecting his collars, and also he's not extending for arm locks, for example. So by using this, he's framing, and also, once he has these frames, if I try to put a lot of weight, that protects him from getting crushed on the bottom, all right? So that's the number one rule. Now, the second thing, he wants to move away. So he's gonna bridge up using his legs and move using that shrimping motion. The shrimp motion is something you're gonna be using all the time in Jiu-Jitsu. That's what creates space between you and your opponent. When you're on the bottom, understand one thing. You can't ask the top person to move themselves. You have to move yourself away from them. That's exactly what the shrimp does. Now he has a lot of space here. He's gonna bring his legs back into the party, and look, his leg goes across the body, and now he's gonna take this hand away, boom, and now he's in a perfect position back inside the closed guard, which is a great position when you're on bottom in Jiu-Jitsu. So one more time, I have the side control position. He bridges away, shrimps, and now brings the legs back inside in order to bring his legs around the waist, and now he's recovered the closed guard position. This is exactly what you want to be doing amongst other positions, but the first position we like to teach from the bottom of side control is to always have the instinct to recover your closed guard position. This is gonna go a long way in your Jiu-Jitsu journey. So there you have it, guys. Jiu-Jitsu starter pack for beginner practitioners. Guys, these techniques, there's so many we could have covered to make this tutorial. We just covered 5 randomly, but they're sure to help you out if you're just starting out as a white belt. Guys, leave us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this one. If you have any positions or techniques you would love us to cover, make sure to ask us in the comment section below. We'll be sure to try to cover that in the future videos. Guys, we'll see you
in the next video.
Take care.